Jeremy Hogan confirms future plans Ripple XRP after defeating SEC. In a Saturday tweet, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has forgotten about its responsibilities to consumers as it continues to enforce regulation. The current price of XRP for today is $0.35, and the trading volume for 24 hours is $136,000,000 We are updating our XRP price in US dollars in real time. XRP has dropped 30% in the last 24 hours. Welcome to the Rich Club channel. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Do you think the analysts are right about XRP? Write the answers in the comments. Giving away 500 XRP at the end of the week. One random subscriber will receive XRP coins. Take a look at the instructions in the comments section. All you need to do is write the word XRP, watch the video to the end to like and subscribe. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, has not been definitive over the past few days. Last week, the RSI held a neutral value of 50 as support, but recently this level has not passed. Thus, there may be some volatile dynamics during the weekend. Similarly, the Awesome Oscillator, AO, was also below zero. He has not yet shown a strong bearish impulse. The A/D line had a resistance zone that was directly overhead and was indicated by two dotted white lines. If A/D can overcome this region, it will be a sign of sustained demand for the XRP rally. The Directional Movement Index, DMI, showed the absence of a strong trend. ADX, yellow, it was at level 20, ADI just above the 20 mark. Technically, this indicated a bearish trend, but in general meant the absence of a significant trend over the past few days. The $0.35-$0.36 range will be important to protect the bulls over the next day or two. The formation of a lower low below this area will signal bearish strength. Momentum indicators were inconclusive on the lower timeframes. Bitcoin could also strongly influence the direction of XRP in the near future. Fox Business journalist Eleanor Terrett shared the ironic situation that arose in which Jay Clayton and William Hinman found themselves in a position in which they inadvertently support Ripple. Terrett tweeted that Jay Clayton, the former SEC chairman who initiated the lawsuit against Ripple Labs, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, claiming that XRP is a security, is now indirectly supporting Ripple. He does this while working at Electric Capital, which, in turn, is part of the Crypto Council for Innovation, CCI, the Crypto Council for Innovation, one of the companies that decided to apply for Ripple Labs support. Clayton joined Electric Capital as a consultant in August of this year. Irony in all its glory, Jay Clayton and Bill Hinman are now inadvertently supporting at Ripple through their associations with at Electric Capital and at A16Z, who are both members of at Crypto_Council. In this way, CCI represents the views of industry veterans. William Hinman, a former SEC director who gave a speech in 2018 calling Ethereum an asset unrelated to securities, joined the board of Andreessen Horowitz. This company and Electric Capital are members of the Crypto Council. This organization was among the four that in the last 24 hours asked to apply for support from the fintech firm Ripple. In addition to the Crypto Council, amicus requests came from the Coinbase exchange, venture capital firm Valhill Capital and crypto law founder John E. Deaton. This was announced by James K. Phelan on Twitter. #ZerCommunity, #SecOf versus. #Ripple, #XRP. Justice of the Peace Netburn granted the SEC's request to amend two drafts of Hinman's speech in June 2018, which discuss pending SEC decisions. In a filing dated October 21, 2022, the SEC presented two proposed revisions that it is trying to make to the documents. According to the SEC, the two proposed revisions contain a discussion of unresolved issues related to the agency. In accordance with the court order of July 12, 2022, the Securities and Exchange Commission respectfully submits for a closed review the proposed amendments to two drafts of Director Bill Hinman's speech of June 2018, which discuss pending decisions of the Commission, the Securities and Exchange Commission said in a statement. After examining the proposed amendments, Magistrate Netburn granted the SEC's request to edit two drafts of Hinman's speech in 2018. The plaintiff's request for permission to make the above edits has been granted. So ordered, Justice of the Peace Netburn ruled. Hinman was a former SEC Director of Corporate Finance under Jay Clayton's board. He became known in the cryptocurrency industry after his controversial speech in June 2018, in which he declared Ethereum unsafe, since over the years the cryptocurrency registry has become decentralized. After the SEC accused Ripple of selling unregistered securities, the blockchain company demanded that the agency hand over drafts of Hinman's controversial speech in 2018. However, the SEC was not ready to give up to the point that it took significant steps to prevent Ripple from seizing the drafts. Interestingly, after spending 18 months fighting 6 separate court orders, the SEC finally handed over the documents to Ripple. Internal emails and drafts of Hinman's speech are still classified. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse commented on the event, saying, "The SEC wants you to think that it cares about disclosure, transparency, and clarity. Don't believe them. When the truth eventually comes out, the disgrace of their behavior here will shock you. Increasingly, the end of March 2023 sounds like a likely end date for the ongoing litigation between Ripple and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. To the delight of conspiracy enthusiasts, at the same time, the launch of ISO 20022 was postponed from November 2022 to March 2023. James K. Phelan, sharing an updated schedule of events in the Ripple trial, stated that, despite a slight shift in events, he continues to adhere to his forecast that the Torres district judge will decide both on the petitions of experts and on the petitions for a simplified procedure at the same time, no later than March 31, 2023. I am sticking to my prediction that District Judge Torres will decide both the expert motives and the summary judgment motives at the same time on or before March 31, 2023. Jeremy Hogan, an American lawyer and partner of Hogan, who is following the case, supports James K. Phelan's prediction about when Judge Torres may decide on expert petitions, as well as on a summary judgment. As he tweeted, and here it is. March 31, 2023 inch. And there you have it. March 31, 2023. This means that the case is likely to be resolved within the next 4 months, which is a very optimistic forecast. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse told the DC FinTech Week conference that the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple will be resolved in the first half of 2023. According to Garlinghouse, there is a chance that the lawsuit can be settled in the next 3 to 4 months. However, he does not rule out that it may take longer. Garlinghouse added that Ripple may consider settling with the SEC, but stressed that XRP must first be recognized as a non-valuable paper. In September, the SEC and Ripple filed motions for summary judgment, asking District Judge Annalisa Torres to rule based on the arguments presented in the accompanying documents. Subsequently, both Ripple and the SEC filed their objections to each other's motion for a summary judgment. It was expected that responses to the motions for summary judgment would be received by November 15, in accordance with an earlier schedule of events in the case, but they were postponed to November 30, when it is expected that all briefings will be completed and Judge Torres will make a final decision. One interesting point noted by members of the XRP community is that now the launch of ISO 20022 coincides with the end of the trial, after Swift announced that it was postponing the transition to ISO 20022 from November 2022 to March 2023. The decision to postpone Swift was made at the request of the international financial community in connection with the change of the date of migration of the Eurosystem to ISO 20022 in the field of cross-border payments and reporting, CBPR+. Today, the non-profit organization Blockchain Association has applied for permission to provide a summary of the litigation between the Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple Labs, which will provide additional context on how the agency's arguments in the case may affect the broader crypto industry. If approved, the accompanying amicus curiae note containing the group's arguments will be taken into account when the court makes a summary judgment. These types of summaries can offer context and insight into existing facts, but cannot bring new facts or evidence to the case. The case before the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York recently reached the summary trial stage, and both sides argued that the trial was not necessary because the facts were not disputed, and instead asked the judge to rule on the case based on the facts already presented. The Blockchain Association, a Washington, D.C. based advocacy group, seeks to give context to the broader implications that the ruling could have for the crypto industry. It would not be an exaggeration to say that the decision in this case, if it is not related to specific facts and legal issues that are minimally necessary to resolve this case, can have extremely adverse consequences for the industry with a turnover of $1 trillion. Given the limitless possibilities of blockchain technology, this could negatively affect a significant part of the future American economy, the Blockchain Association said in a statement in support of the report. The proposed review includes industry examples that illustrate how tokens are used in practice outside of what is considered an investment contract. The SEC first filed a case against Ripple in 2020 because it allegedly failed to register its XRP token as a security. Since then, during the trial, the SEC has argued that XRP is considered a security not only during the initial issue of the token, but also during its sale on secondary markets. The SEC's draconian view that a token originally sold under an investment contract continues to be inextricably linked to that investment contract when it is subsequently transferred, even if any legal rights between the issuer and the original buyer are not transferred along with the token, will almost destroy an entire industry, the amicus report says. The summary attempts to give an idea of which part of the industry may fall under what it considers to be poorly defined rules for the use of tokens. He also disagrees with the pattern of regulation by enforcement of the SEC and the history of inconsistent, incomplete, and confusing public statements. The SEC's position that market participants can simply follow securities laws is untenable because securities laws do not take into account how an asset that could have been issued as a security can exist when it is no longer tied to any form of investment contract, crucial attention when trying to apply the Howey test. The Blockchain Association's request joins attempts by a number of other groups to present their amicus arguments. U.S. District Court Judge Annalisa Torres granted Investor Choice Advocates Network and Spend the Bits requests to file amicus curiae briefs in support of the Ripple blockchain company, which has been fighting an exhausting battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission for almost 2 years. What do you think are the prospects for XRP in 2023? Write your forecasts in the comments. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the release of new videos, and do not forget about our contest. Write in the XRP comments to add 500 XRP to your account.